direction this time as well.
I would feel so much more comfortable being Damwon here than I would ever feel being Sandbox. And I mean, right off the bat, we have Azir with Doran's Ring and double red pot, but you're against a Kassadin. And we've seen mid laners that are very confident, like Chovy, Showmaker even historically, they'll just go Cull. And basically say, okay, I'm going to auto-attack you a lot, especially if you're ranged. You can end up doing that, because the Doran's Ring just doesn't really make any sense. Kassadin's not interested in trying to kill you, so you don't need the combat stats. And he's also very slow at pushing back, so they could have gone for Corrupting Potion, Cheetah Recall into Darkseal. That would be very effective, and then you pull the lane on your side. Kassadin's melee feels very bad. But definitely not a good sign when you look mid.
Well, these Korean players, they're not cheaters. They don't like that cheater recall. They want to play very straight up and give their opponents a good chance to also win the game. They want to play it fair. But yeah, I mean, there's clearly some improvements that can be made. Dove is still going to get in his face, as you always should against the Kassadin. And we're going to just have to wait and see how this one pans out. I'm most excited about the bot lane, to be honest, to see how this one does work out. Beryl taking the Ignite and Syndra with TP.
And Showmaker.
Okay, we're just going in there. There's the pillar. I think he's dead. One more auto. Oh, he canceled it. He will survive with the Triumph on the backside. And there you go, just like that. Level 2 gank on a Trundle to take him down.
I mean, this is one of the worst things that you could ever have happen. He ends up buying a refillable potion, but I mean, Showmaker, he's at 75, 80% HP. On Kassadin, lane state is in a flawless position. Such a giant, nice wave going into him. He has fleet footwork. I mean, he's sitting pretty. And the problem is that he is a ticking time bomb of a champion, and having your Azir set so far back, I mean, this is one of the most sinful ganks, and it works out. Dub doesn't have level 2, not able to get the level up for any sort of HP. And meanwhile, down here in bot lane, Ghost and Beryl, they're just playing this very reserved, very safe and steady. Canyon finally getting to work on the right-hand side, and on Fleek, looks like he's going to come in here.
There's already a ward down. On Fleek is going to spot it, though, with the Scryer's Bloom.
Now, he might, yeah, he's going to smite thinking that, because he doesn't know if On Fleek has it or not, so that's why he has to play it safe. And you can see Showmaker being a little bit careful.
You know, there's no flash here.
Yeah, Nuguri might just get a kill, but you can see On Fleek, Beryl here as well. Oh.
It's going to be like a 4-on-2 of sorts. Dove is trying to get out of there, but the flash on in, and Dove, ooh, the dodge on that one as Nuguri is just showing off here with his mechanical skill. Not sure why Ghost was anywhere near the
wave is coming into him, so I can't fathom why he wouldn't just be standing right pocket and then waiting for it. So, Sandbox, they do manage to bounce back in some area. This might just be a QE and then a trade. Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Trying to execute down onto Gorilla, and he is gone.
Yeah. Pantheon, pretty nice champion.
He provides
deals
a lot.
Insane amounts of damage.
Forces the flash as well.
Yeah.
See you later.
And now with Syndra's wave clear, Ghost should be able to actually hard shove this wave and next wave, and then Aphelios and Thresh's recalls are stifled between each other. And so the XP gets a little bit weird. We take a look at the replay. I want you to pay attention to Nuguri's clickback against Jarvan's EQ. Very, very clean to not get knocked up, and thus doesn't require Pantheon to flash, commit his Ignite. Pantheon, yeah, the wave was coming in. There was no reason.
That's just risky.
It's pretty cool. Aphelios at level 3 has a Varus ultimate. It's really nice. And then this is very standard procedure. Thresh should have been standing behind Aphelios to lantern him out, but Beryl and Ghost, quick capture, and that was the interaction I was talking about where Syndra just sets up for Pantheon, very easy.
Yeah. Simple and clean is the way they do like it, and it's they should have seen or at least expected Beryl to go down there. Now on the backs, and because the teleport was used by Ghost, they're going to take this opportunity to go ahead and take out the Cloud Drake first. This happened in game number 1 as well, actually, very similarly. And
it's good to get the Cloud Dragon for Mordekaiser. This champion that generally doesn't really get CDR in his build unless he builds Zanya's, but hold on.
Level 6 on level 5, Summit. He may have stepped a little bit too far forward.
Oh, does he have 6?
He's trying to get it. Look at his XP bar on the left, guys. He's gonna get it, and there it is.
He's still dead.
He's dead. Well, he's got. Oh, okay. He's gonna flash. There's the shield. Nuggery's waiting it out, and he might not get it. He finally does at the last second, as Nuggery totally calculated down to the wire. He was not backing up.
There it is.
And there it is. The QE, as easy as you'd like. There's no summoners. No flashes on both bottom laners. You can't be that close to Syndra Pantheon.
I mean, the level of destruction happening in this series, it really looks like... I'm not even really sure what this looks like. This is a gap.
Is it new to you? Like...
I can't even liken it. I can't even say that it's like LCK versus Challengers, because really Challengers puts up seemingly more of a fight.
Oh, that's mean, but it might be true, as Beryl is once again trying to pull off a POG performance here, LS. And they're just all over them once again. I mean, you can't even walk in your jungle. We're 7 minutes into the game.
I love Pantheon, by the way, as a support. So happy to see him here in this game. He's so much pressure, and then he gets the Umbral Glaive, and his vision control is also so impactful because he's constantly running around. He threatens to 1v1 you, which is also very scary. His item purchases, very effective, very cheap, gets a lot of value out of Serrated Dirk, only 1,100 gold. You can actually funnel resources into him, and then he influences the map. We're going to take a look at the replay, and you can see Summit. He's waiting on that one minion to die.
I think he said I should get this. I think I'm going to win. And that's it.
More no flash.
Or no flash. And he had it all the way. And here's the easiest setup you've ever seen.
That's the QE, and it basically, I mean, it's like Moses parting the Red Sea or something. It just gives Pantheon the opening on Thresh that he normally wouldn't have because of the Flay. So Syndra has to always set up like that, otherwise they can never get a kill. So it's really on Thresh to try to dodge the QE.
Boy. Now they're forcing Shelly here, but Nuggery is going to get a double knockup. Canyon here, but the Death Realm is going to be put onto Canyon, it looks like, who's only level 5. But I'm not sure that Mordekaiser has the damage to take him down at this point, as he's just going to be taken out there after the Death Realm, his teammates leaving him to die. And this is even more of a stomp than game 1.
You know what I'm thinking of right now? I'm thinking back to when I was like 9 years old. I was in the dugout, and the coaches told us that the baseball game was going to stop because of a mercy rule.
And that's why you're an esports commentator.
And I'm just wondering if I'm going back to that right now.
Yeah. Nuggery doesn't care. Good trade 1-for-1. It's a bit of a shutdown on Jarvan, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to get plates for the Kassadin. They're going to get solo levels for the Kassadin. Beryl picks up another assist. It's only wins here, really, on the side of Damwon. And easily the most one-sided bout we've had here in this season. I mean, we haven't had a lot of fights yet, but it's
this could be
hard.
One of the most lopsided series I can recall in years.
It's a series of lopsidedness. Nice flash play. Good try, but he nearly dies as Pantheon. Pretty fun champion. Going to survive for a really long time.
Okay.
They do get the kill onto Syndra.
This is really big for Sandbox.
Yeah, and they should be able to pick up the second kill.
Very
Nicely
big.
done.
Shutdowns.
They finally do it.
Yep.
Underneath that turret.
A kill onto the Aphelios as well, which is really important because honestly, the only way they're coming back into this is on the back of some 200 years.
Yeah.
And that's the champion they need to have the gold right now. Mordekaiser's out of the game for basically ever. The only thing that he is right now is a Death Realm bot because he will lose to everyone 1v1 at this point, pretty much. What was that? You saw that? The Canyon shop purchase. As Nuggery taking a really big trade onto OnFleek, who actually has a level advantage, interestingly enough, over Canyon.
Yeah, not sure exactly why, but he's down one camp. We're going to take a look at the replay here.
Mountain Drake is up, and there is the Pantheon ult. Exhaust immediately on to Syndra, and this is Damwon. I mean, they wanted to have some fun too, and they did not bear in mind that Dub still had the teleport available. Really good play by him. Root going forward, and Azir able to help out big time with the plays down in bottom. The problem though is that Mountain Drake went over to Damwon, and again, it's really problematic. Mordekaiser doesn't get pen. Jarvan doesn't get pen. Aphelios, I mean, he has his other items that he has to end up getting first, so it gets a little bit awkward that his damage is also going to get stifled. So, very, very problematic, because Dub doesn't want to be getting an Oblivion Orb in this game, and so the only thing that he'll rely on is Sork Pen boots when he ends up picking those up, but even that isn't super effective to get at this point in the game. 4 minutes until an Ocean coming up. That's going to be massive for either party that could end up getting it and trying to get themselves towards the Soul, but...
Oh, we're doing this again. He's got a nice amount of damage. I don't get the sense that he's trying to all-in this one. He's getting him low, and here comes Canyon, as he's going to be put in the Death Realm onto Canyon. Not sure about that one, but Summit's lane is pretty much over at this point anyway, as we're going to go for another try down to the bot side. No flash again onto Syndra, as they try to ultimate and get the damage down onto OnFleek, and they will. The Showmaker makes his way over, and now they got a TP, actually. Is Nuggery no ultimate, but he's frontlining here for Showmaker, and here comes Pantheon, and the dominoes fall one by one. Doesn't look like we're going to be diving root at the end of this one, but once again, more and more kills just fall easily in the laps of Damwon.
And I mean, meanwhile, Canyon was top lane, just farming. So, yeah, I mean, the Trundle is actually getting insane value while this is all transpiring. So, they go on to Pantheon, but Pantheon, pretty cool champion with that E. And makes Yasuo feel a little bit small right there. Not the end of the world, as the Pantheon ult comes in, they lock it up at 457 on the spear. Support, by the way.
He doesn't even like really need items. He has execute.
He has
and
the execute and the E. So, and he has a stun. He has point and click stun. So
he's got CC tankiness, and he's got damage.
He is such a good support. He has so many pairings as well that are very, very scary. Obviously, Talia, most notable.
Yeah. What was that? Avengers?
The Avengers.
Yeah.
There it is.
I didn't watch that movie, but I've heard of the combo.
Just don't even talk. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, Damwon are really putting on a show in this one. Maybe like the Avengers. I don't know. And yeah, they're just going to rotate up to mid here. Send Showmaker into the side lane. He's got TP. It's Kassadin. He is going to just take a fun time, farm it up, hit level 16 eventually. The game might end before he hits level 16, to be honest.
Well, 1.5 minutes until that Ocean Dragon coming.
He's
hunting. Yeah. Dove just press R. Yeah, and
he got slowed.
And Pillar auto, and the Blast Cone is there.
Oh,
what is he doing, man?
He's staying around. He's like, maybe I can bait him. Maybe OnFleek can help me out. The Showmaker's going in again, and he's just going to flash that one. I'm just watching the bottom fight. Top fight is going to be easy wins. The Showmaker says, yeah, nice Jarvan, but he's never going to get me. And Summit may be able to get a kill. He does onto the Syndra here. Now they're going to have to wait for Daddy Showmaker to come up and take the kill, as he's now 5-0-5. And yeah, we're 15 minutes in the game, but it's already almost 10,000 gold. This one, guys, might just be GG.
This one is not. When is the last time? I think the last time we saw this was, I want to say Afrika, the Anivia game, versus, was it Dragon X? Afrika was blue side, or red side, I believe.
Against Dragon X.
I think it was against Dragon X. Or it might have been against Damwon. Whatever Anivia's last competitive game was, as we take a, well, not last competitive, but take a look at this, and on fleek, I mean, he's tanked Jarvan, so a percent of his damage is actually magic from the Cinderhulk. And Kassadin is not who you want to be doing this. Force Pulse hits.
You see he scans to see when the ult is going to come out, and he's dead again. Oh boy, guys, this ain't pretty. There's no real way to put this lightly or to, you know, sugarcoat it here. This game is over. GG. Showmaker level 12, 6-0 and 5.
These are the kind of losses that you just want to sort of like depart quickly.
Yeah.
Where it just feels
bad for the losing team.
Yeah. I mean, they don't really have any insurance policies at this point.
The crud.
Root is the only, in theory, there's no real hope, honestly. I mean, Kassadin is at 2 completed core items at 17 minutes. He probably is going to have Seraph's Embrace. Okay. Oh, we're going to see it again. Yeah, it really drives the point home.
Production is a big fan of Showmaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just like dancing around him.
Yeah.
Does he even say anything?
가보자!
I'm going.
내놔. 안 주면 던진다.
Let it go. Gimme. Yeah, that's what he was screaming about. Remember Pantheon? He's back.
Yep. Yeah, honestly, I mean, he maybe could have actually 1v1 the Zir.
Probably.
All things considered, which is very surprising.
Oh, they're going. Okay, well, they fought 2 of them.
Ghost is dead.
And Ghost is going to die. Root ate a bunch of damage.
So, they should have let the Herald, they should have let the turret die and then let the Herald kill the mid inhibitor. That should have been what Sandbox would have done here, because that way they would funnel golden EXP into themselves.
Yeah, and they're so far behind they need to
try to stop the bleeding, pretty much. As not even sure if the so right here the Herald, it goes in, it crashes onto the turret, but they draw minion aggro. Not actually sure if the Herald would have been able to kill the turret. Maybe not.
No, I don't think so. The turret aggroed onto it, so it would have died. So in that case. So apparently what Showmaker actually said was, give it to me or I throw. Getting the translation now from G-Sun or...
Any big brothers in the chat.
Oh man, Showmaker, he is like, I am the man right now. I am the boss. You give me the kill, not the other way around. Summit, I don't think realistically has any chance here. It's against a Kassadin who can just hop around all of his abilities, so it's not a very fun matchup. Dove is going to get flashed on here. He does have Jarvan to help him with TP coming in, and Ghost is just, he's the one guy that's kind of in the punching bag, but unfortunately this time Root is going to say, nah, you know, I can't do it this time. Ghost probably begging for the kill. Snuggery's running after him, and Ghost is going to get that kill finally. So, yet another one. And you can feel the players, the game, they all know it's kind of over. It's like, it's so messy now that they're just like, both teams. Sandbox is throwing it to the wind. Damwon is just like having fun with it at this point.
Interestingly enough, this is actually why a lot of games, especially in LCK, or even when top teams can end up colliding, even at international events, sometimes games will just go very slow and it'll be a slow bleed out, is because this is usually the alternative. Right, is if you take fights while constantly down, if you try to play to mechanical edges that require you to outplay your opponents significantly in order to achieve success, then things can end up turning into a clown fiesta all the times that you roll poorly or you flip poorly. So At this point, I mean, it's an 11,000 gold lead.
Oh, does he not see him with that ward?
Oh, maybe not.
Maybe he doesn't want to. No, I think maybe he didn't see him. He put a question mark ping, so it didn't look like he actually saw him with that ward. Interesting.
Well, this is definitely just waiting for the inevitable end here. Zhonya's Hourglass was picked up third by the Kassadin. That'll just make it so that he can dive more efficiently. Leandre is on Syndra, a bit of a savant is Ghost, maybe.
Oh.
Something is, I'm not gonna get my hopes up, I'll be honest, but.
Something's brewing over there at Dom1.
Something's brewing, someone made an invent post or something, I'm not sure. But that is actually surprising. As looks like Pantheon's going Black Cleaver, and okay, that one I don't really like super much.
Can't win them all.
Now, he is one of the champions that stacks it extremely quickly, but the only other person dealing physical damage is Wukong, who has it himself. So you're not really amplifying any damage for Syndra or Kassadin. And then the armor values on some of the... Well, I guess actually the armor values on Jarvan and Mordekaiser is actually probably getting more pen than he would with a lethality item. It's a bit more expensive. You know what? Actually, I don't mind it. I think more about it. I'm a bit of an idiot.
All right.
It's fine.
I wouldn't call you an idiot.
Away.
So the most idiotic people are the ones that don't realize their mistakes and own up to it, LS.
Thank you, Valdez.
A wholesome message to take away from that one. You gotta keep an open mind and realize when maybe you got off on the wrong foot. It's okay. You just take the next step on the right foot, and then you'll be just fine. As LS did.
I was doing the number crunches in my head. I'm like, actually,
yeah.
This does give more lethality as soon as he E's. So, or it'll give more pen.
Once E's.
Yeah, it'll give more pen than he can get. Plus, it gives the 20% CDR, which then converts to damage because the Q casts will come up faster, and I guess the HP is valuable given how he's going to tend to engage. So that's basically the thought process is going through my head there.
Uh-huh.
Whereas if they didn't have multiple targets building armor and their armor values are somewhere between like 50 and 70, it would just be better to have Duskblade or Draktar.
Okay. Makes sense. As Summit is going to delay his death in the Death Realm. The Canyon is on the chase. He does have his flash. He's just going to hand that one over to Showmaker, who's probably asking for more kills, or he's going to throw. Let's see if he can maybe pick up the Penta. No, Nuggery is going to steal one away from him, as now Barrel's got one. How about one for each member? Can we do that now? Doesn't look like they're going to have a chance. They're just going to push mid. And probably look to end this game. As Showmaker does have TP once again, looking a little bit like game number one, just a bit faster this time.
Is this the fastest series that we've ever had?
Ever? I don't know. But it's definitely close.
It is 6:20 right now. This is
That's crazy. And yeah, that's about it. GG, guys. 24 minutes. We had 24 and a half, and then we had 24. And that's going to be the end of this one here. They're not even going to delay it. They're going to show a little bit of mercy there at the end as Sandbox get ravaged here by Dom1. And that is just about it.